Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss that how to write a motivation letter. You can also say this statement of purpose. Both are almost same. So let's start with, I am going to show you 4 different motivation letters. This one is I got the admission and scholarship. This one I got admission but I did not got scholarship. This one I got admission and there was no scholarship. Okay, and fourth one is I applied for PhD but I did not got admission and did not got, obviously, not scholarship. So total these are 4 motivation letters. These 3 are for master and fourth which was rejected, that was for the PhD. Furthermore, I am going to discuss the some points which are actually useful. These tips, these are actually useful if you want to write your own motivation letter. So let's see this motivation letter and try to figure out that what are problems in this motivation letter and what are the positive points. Remember that it was written in 2018, so it is not in best shape. If I have to rewrite it, I think I can do better. So a basic or generic tip is that before you write a paragraph, decide that what is the purpose of this paragraph and write some points which you are going to convey in the paragraph. So let's start reading it. First, you can see it is my in this paragraph I am telling that I am applying for the which degree and which program and which department and which university. Okay, and then what is my purpose of applying. But here you can see that I use like I am positive. It's not really a, I think, suitable word, academically suitable words. And then I am much eager, so I think I am eager is also okay. Adopt and know. So adopt and know really don't make sense if we talk about the grammatical structure of the sentence. So next paragraph I am talking about my personal goals. Now notice a few things in this paragraph. First I am saying that how I started learning and ended at what I am doing now. So it somehow cover all of my journey of being in computer science. Okay. So you can see that I have mentioned my uh, information technology degree, then its CGPA. I should have mentioned that it is out of 4, so 3.56/4. Then I also mentioned percentage. Why? Because you can see the difference. Here is 3.56 but percentage is 77 and here is 3.35 but percentage is 82. So that's why I thought I should mention the percentages too. Furthermore, you can see that I mentioned my university, my undergraduate university and also my master university. Now because I am from NUST and NUST has better ranking, so that's why I also mentioned the its rank. You can see. So if your university is better in ranking, I think you should mention it because it is going to give some positive image on the reader. And I also mentioned that my GPA could be better because I wanted to mention about the scholarships. Okay, so this line is leading for the scholarships. I want to mention that I got scholarship in BS and MS. Then as I told before, I ended it on what I am doing now. So you can see that it is pretty good paragraph, I think. Now furthermore, now in this paragraph I am going to discuss my motivations of computer science, and you can see again I started with the uh, previous knowledge or previously what I was doing. Then further I explain my projects and whatever I did uh, in whatever I am interested in this paragraph. Okay, and as I said, this paragraph tells my motivations. So furthermore you can read it. I am not going to spend too much time, so I think still it is okay. So in this paragraph, you can see that I again started with the previous knowledge. This paragraph is about what I have done and related to my research area or my skills. So you can see that I have mentioned my languages which I know. I have mentioned my BS thesis, then I also have mentioned my MS thesis. Although this motivation letter is for the master degree, but still I am mentioning I already have a master degree. So I think there is no need to hide that if you already have a master degree. So at that time I already had the master degree, but still I am explaining those things in my motivation letter. Then I had some publications I have mentioned there. At that time I did not have journal publications, but later on I also had the journal publications. So you can see in this paragraph I am overall mentioning the details of what I have done and what I can do. Maybe can do is not, but mostly what I have done. In next section, I'm going to discuss my research area. So as I mentioned that my previous research area was like NLP, but I also said uh, that I am still working with my students. So I am positive that I am going to publish some more papers, which I did in future. So then in last paragraph I mentioned that why I want to join that university. This is University of Eastern Finland. So why I wanted to join that, so somehow you can see that uh, I said that my main goal is to get the PhD position, but my previous master courses was related to networking. Now I am aiming for the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Okay. uh, and in last paragraph I have like praises the university that they have the very highly qualified faculty, and uh, you can see that. Okay. So this was like I personally think it is pretty good. Like if I have to rank it, I will give it maybe 8 or 7 marks out of 10. Obviously it landed me on the admission and scholarship, both of them. So you can use that this as an example. So if you define the headings, this is the applying information, then this is my personal educational information, this is uh, my skills information, this is also my skills plus what I have done in my past, and this is about my future and why I want to go to that university. Now let's move to the other. This one got me admission but not scholarship. So this university actually gave some questions. So these are their questions. Okay. So these are their questions. Why are you interested in this master program? And you can read that if you want to read. Then I have like praised the university, why that university ranking is good, my CGPA is good, and how it will help me to find my goal or whatever. You can see that I have praises the country too. So then they asked the which field I want to choose. I mentioned the field. Then at that time I was following this course. I mentioned that this course and this course on the edX. So you can see that I am explaining that what I have done here somehow, and what I am going to doing at this moment, and how this is useful for the data science. Okay, you can read that if you want in detail. Then they ask about the programming languages. You can see that even I mentioned HTML, CSS, JavaScript and PhD, but I also told them that I know these are not like web languages are not useful for data science. So they should know that I have these skills, but I also know that these languages are not like favorable in the data science. Okay. And then again like MySQL, SQL Server, etc., these and Access, these are useful in the data science. Then Python and R are also useful in the data science. At that time I was not really skilled person in these languages, like especially Python, but later that I learned, and you can again read that. And I also mentioned that which kind of some specific concept, because this regression is text analysis, clustering optimization, and data visualization. These all things are related to data science. So in this paragraph, I somehow explained that how this is useful in my data science application. Further on, you can see that they are asking me what are the most complex tasks I have done. So again, you can read that if you want, because I don't want to make a video longer. So I have, at that time my paper was published, so I have mentioned about my paper. You can see that. And then tools and skills, whatever I got, I have mentioned here. How do you access your skills and capability in the field of algorithms? Then you can see that I have experienced some algorithms which I knew at that time. Okay, and although this Digestra is not really used in data science, but still I mentioned, I don't know why. Then further they asked me that which field would you like to write your master thesis. So obviously I am choosing data science, so I will be doing the thesis in data science too. But I think that answer should be more specific, because data science is a bigger umbrella. So this is not really a good answer. So I am going to make it red. So this is not a good answer. Okay, it should be more specific. How do you plan to implement the skills you gained from the program in your future or career? So they are asking me that how whatever I will learn, how this will be implemented in the real life. So I stated a fact at that time, it was true, and now I don't think so it is true. So then again, this is a mistake. You should not start a sentence with the because. And decision to support system, and against same stories, maybe. Okay, you can read that. Evaluation criteria, this was their evaluation criteria, that they were going to judge me 75% on my skills and 75% on the written English. You can read that they also considered the written English. Okay, so and fluency and writing skills and logical structure, although I did not have any interview or something, but you can see, I can, if I have to rate it, maybe I will rate it 6 or 7 out of 10. It is not really bad, but it is not really good. It also have some mistakes. So it got me admission but not scholarship. Now this one is my third one. It got me admission, but and I wrote it in 2017 or 18. These two I wrote in 18 or 19. You can see the improvement when you will read this one. This is actually not really bad. So it don't have any structure. You can see the mistakes which I am saying that I should have explained a little bit more. You can see there is no information mark. I am a teacher, so I should have mentioned the specific job. And again, this is not like you can see that it don't have any structure. This is my program where I was applying for. It should be on start, but I am starting with my CGPA. So overall, you can, if you want to read that, it is, you can, but it is not good. So maybe if I have to rank it, I will give 3 or 4 marks out of 10. But yeah, it got me admission, remember that. So now this question is, does it really matters? So yeah, it matters, but some universities, if university ranking is low, you can still get the admission. So this university ranking was low, and this program was, you can see the communication engineering and healthcare IT. At that time I just wanted to go abroad, so you can see that this is not very good program, as my previous background not very related, but still I don't know how I got that admission. Okay, now moving to fourth one, which was rejected. This was the statement of purpose, but this one is for PhD. Previous 3 was for the masters, but this one for the PhD. So first mistake is that this is very short. Okay, so I should have written it a little bit longer, especially that the research area. If you read that research area, it make no sense that first I am saying that I'm applying the speech, I have done like speech recognition, NLP. Then further I am saying that I also have paper in a cyber security. Then I am also mentioning the VDTN. So obviously that person is going to think that I am working in 3 different fields, so maybe I am not very focused on one field. So it's not really a good point. Then these information are almost same, which was first I show you, almost same. If you want to read, you can read. Okay, see, almost same structure. But research area is not good because I am going to apply for PhD, so I think I should have explained it more and to be more specific rather than discussing 3 or 4 fields. And also I am not mentioning that what I am going to do in the future. I just said that I need a supervisor and he will help me, which is not a really true thing. Okay, so yeah, this was not a good thing. Then here I did some research. I explored that university. I posted the link, and also I described that this university have 45 professors, 62 nations, scientists, and 200 plus collaborations and things like that. So yeah, this portion is good, but the weakest point of this statement purpose is this portion. So don't repeat these same mistakes. So I have shown you 4 of my statement of purpose. You can follow whatever you want, but now I am going to give you some further tips which will help you to write your own statement of purpose uh, or your motivation letter, whatever you want to say it. Okay. So first you should notice that find out more before you are writing. So whatever job or position you are going to apply, you should read more about that. Why? Because like in the 4th example, IST, I mentioned that you have so many like researchers and professor and things like that. So you can mention somewhere there so people will understand that you are writing for them. Okay. Your letter of motivation should be personal, must be personal, like it should reflect your personal style and personality. So you should explain about yourself. I think in my first motivation letter which I show you today, I have done this thing. Adopt a direct and concise style. Show your motivation to the person clearly. What are you looking for and what you have to offer. Mention then what you have to offer. Like remember that if there are 100 people are applying, they cannot hire 100 people. So somehow you have to outshine that other 99 people. And it should not be longer than 1 or maybe 2 page, but for PhD it should be longer. Okay. So what is for PhD, it should be like maybe you should contact the professor and ask him that how much details I should add, or maybe if they are not telling you, maybe 2 or 3 pages, 3 pages or 4 pages will be enough, not like 10 or 20 pages. Okay. Focus on your strong points. Do not mention your weak points. Okay, only mention your strong points. They will find your weak points if they want to find. Take your CV into account. Remember that your CV and your motivation letter should be synchronized. Like do not mention any training or job or anything which you have not mentioned in your CV. Find the right balance, like do not be too arrogant, do not say that I know everything and things like that, and also do not underestimate yourself or appear too modest. So find the right balance, do not be too arrogant and don't be too modest. Okay. Clearly explain your motivation, that why they should choose you rather than someone else. So you should be more precise and concise. About this point, you can find that maybe sometime about, especially about the PhD, they mentioned that what kind of skills they required. So you should also mention those skills in that motivation letter. Talk about your professional objective. What is your professional objective? Like for example, if you are applying for the master position, then you should mention that I am going to do the PhD later. And maybe if you want to say that you don't have plan for PhD, then you can say that okay, I am going to do job in that country or in a different country, etc. Then sport what you say. When you say something, you should give some example or something which will support your motivation. Okay. And the last point is language. Choose language accordingly. British, Australian, American, Canadian, English are not same. If you are applying for Europe, maybe you should go with the American or British style or English. But if you are applying for the Britain, maybe you should go with the British style. Avoid spelling and grammatical mistakes. Do not start the sentences with because and things like that. Okay. Use Grammarly. Preferred is use paid Grammarly and find the mistakes. Get someone to review it for you. Maybe you find some person who is senior than you, maybe who have like better English skills, or maybe who has a major in English. If you cannot find someone to review, maybe you should pay someone to review. If you are willing to pay thousands of dollars in fee, then I think you should pay a few dollars to make your documents better. So yeah, do that. And last point is, if you want my help, subscribe to this channel, like this video and comment something. Also share this video on most used whatever social media you use. You can see that how many views I am getting. So this it take hours to make a video, and when I see this 9 views and under 100 views, it don't really motivates me. So if you want my help, you can do these things which I mentioned, and also you can comment and ask my email, Insta or Facebook. If you don't know already, then I will provide you and maybe I will review. I am saying maybe I will review depending on my time and schedule. So best of luck. If you want to ask anything, you can comment, or if you have any suggestion, you can also comment. So okay, tata, bye bye.